He ends up winning the nomination. Explain it. But had Elizabeth Warren left and been loyal to her communist ideology, they say socialist, but it's communist. It's pretty close. It's maybe somewhere in between, heading toward the C word. But had she left before Super Tuesday, Biden would have lost every state. But she took the votes away from Bernie. And Bernie's a nice guy. You know, crazy Bernie. He is the nicest loser I've ever seen. You know, when they talk about sportsmanship, he got screwed by Hillary Clinton badly, but not as badly as this time. This was worse. Because all Pocahontas had to do is leave a day early. She didn't even have to endorse him. And the votes that she got, which weren't many, but far more than he needed, because he lost a couple of states by literally a small amount of votes. He would have gotten most of those votes. He would have won. He would have been the one we fought. I don't know. Who would have been better? Who would have been easier? Sleepy Joe Biden or Crazy Bernie? Tell me. Sleepy Joe. Who says Sleepy Joe? Who says Bernie? I don't know. It's hard. Bernie had more spirit. You know, Joe's got no spirit. It's dead as a rock. The only spirit he's got is spirit to beat me. And that's called a negative spirit. And historically, that doesn't do that well. If you look at old races, when somebody's getting votes because they don't like somebody, you know, there's an ideology that, let's face it, doesn't like me too much. Somebody said, we don't like his personality. I said, I always thought I had a good personality. They don't like my personality. Who the hell cares about my personality? Right? Got to get the job done. See those rough guys over there? I don't like their personality either, but they get the job done, right? Who the hell cares? Who cares about their personality? But when Sleepy Joe was vice president and other countries flooded our market, thank you very much. Who is that? Wow. Good voice. Have you ever tried opera? Good voice. Thank you, Donald. But other countries flooded our market with subsidized washing machines. Remember that disaster? Does anybody know about the Whirlpool plant in Clyde, Ohio, right? And the head of Whirlpool came to see me. I was president-elect. And he called, and I don't know, for some reason I've heard of Whirlpool. I've heard of it all my life, I guess. I didn't know much about it. They made washing machines, and I never knew. I knew they were dumping steel on us and dumping certain things, but I didn't know they were dumping washing machines. And he was a good guy. Came up to my office, and he said, they're putting us out of business. South Korea, China, they're dumping washing machines. They make washing machines. They dump them into our market. They put everybody out of business. Then they charge you a lot of money when everyone's gone, just like Rockefeller used to do, right? Just like other people do right now, unfortunately, but we're trying to track them down. And I said, that's really terrible. I don't know, somehow it hit me. So we put a 50% tariff on all washing machines coming into our country. And I visited with Jim Jordan. Do you know Jim Jordan? One of the best. Well, you know, he's a great wrestler. He was one of the best. He was a great wrestler. Really a phenomenal wrestler, real champion, NCAA champion and all, Jim. And that's the way he is. He's a tough guy. No games, right? No games. And he works with our guys here, your guys. And he was great. But it's Jim's area. And we went up and saw the plant, and they're making thousands a day. I mean, they gave me a number. It can't be. I think they said like 20,000 a day. I said, how the hell can you make that many washing machines? But you know what I'm talking about, Congressman, right? They're making thousands of washing machines a day, and it's a vibrant company again. It was dead. It was going to close. But I evened up the score. I put the tariff. And now what they're doing is LG and Samsung and these companies that made the washing machine, they're now coming into the United States. And in order to avoid the tariff, they're building plants in the United States. And that's okay. And that's what we should be doing. We did it a lot. We're going to be doing it a lot more, too. We're going to be doing it a lot more. Biden allowed other countries to target our steel industries, and it was like a disaster for our steel industry. But we took historic action to end these practices and place strong tariffs on foreign aluminum and steel, and it brought back our steel. Now steel plants are opening or being upgraded in Toledo, Marion, Cuyahoga Heights, Mingo Junction, and all across the Midwest. They were gonzo. And, certain industries you need. Some industries you don't, but steel you need. Steel you need. For defense you need it. You don't want to talk war. You don't want to talk about that. But if we had a problem, what are you going to do? Well, we don't have any steel mills. Let's see if we can get some steel from China. But, sir, you're fighting them. Well, that's not working out too well. No, we had to save our steel. We had to save our aluminum industry, and we've done it. We've done a great job. But you have a lot of steel mills going up right here in Ohio. And a lot of them being expanded, and they're really state-of-the-art. As Vice President, Biden did nothing as China stole our intellectual property, flooded our markets with dumped goods, unfairly subsidized its industries, manipulated its currency. They're the greatest in the world at that. I go to my guys, they say, what about doing a little movement on the dollar? Sir, we can't do that. It has to float naturally. Well, China does it. China, you talk about a manipulation. Man, it's like a yo-yo. Let's see, let's raise it, let's lower it, let's do this and that. But we actually called them on it, didn't we, Congressman? Turner, by the way, you did such a good job. You are a hell of a lawyer. You could represent me any day. Actually, he did. He actually did represent. Right? Davidson, Turner, what a group. They're tough. And then you add Jordan into it. They like him, though, don't they? Huh? They like Jim. And they poisoned our communities with fentanyl. You know that? Instead, Biden allowed China to ravage our towns, raid our factories, and rip apart our communities. That's what they did. And then he goes in and he brings his son. Hey, see if you can give him some money. Give him $1.5 billion. I went to Steve Schwarzman. Steve Schwarzman is like one of the biggest guys on Wall Street, Blackstone. I said, Steve, what are the chances? He does a lot of business with China. I said, Steve, what are the chances of somebody walking into an office in China and in 10 minutes walking out with $1.5 billion to manage? He said, 0. He said, I couldn't do it, and I have this great company. It's a disgrace. How about where he points and he says, you're not getting your $1 billion unless you get rid of that damn prosecutor. And then they says, they got rid of the prosecutor. Here's your $1 billion. Does anything happen? Nothing happens. Republicans just have to get so much. I'm so angry at Republicans. I am. I'm so angry. I am so angry, but a lot of things are happening. You're reading the papers also. A lot of things are happening. They spied on my campaign. We caught them. And by the way, that's Biden. That's Obama. They spied on my campaign. It's never happened before. It's treason. Comey and all the sleazebags. They spied on my campaign. And we caught them. Let's now see what happened. I stay out of it. I'm trying like hell to stay out of it. I don't have to, actually, but it's better if I do, I think. Barely, he's shaking his head, sort of like, that's the weakest yes, but it's true, right? But it's true. I'm trying to stay out of it. But it's a disgrace that it's taken this long. I tell you what, these people are bad people. They've done things. What they've done to General Flynn and to other people is a disgrace. It's a disgrace. And many others. But Joe Biden's agenda is made in China. My agenda is made in the USA. It's very simple. And I took the toughest ever action to stand up to China and their decades of pillaging, plundering, looting, including these massive tariffs. Don't forget, I charged tariffs, took in tens of billions of dollars. They targeted our great farmers. Do we have any farmers here? Any farmers? Well, am I correct? We gave the farmers $28 billion. Thank you very much, China, right? Because they were targeted for 28 over a 2-year period, 12 and 16, right? Did you get your check? And you might not be in business if I didn't do that. Yeah. Good? Good. Thank you, darling. Just give you the right answer. It's always dangerous to do that. No, I never got the money. No. So you got the money. Yep. But once again, Joe Biden is sided with China over America. Look, do you think this guy's going to be tough on China? His son? No, think of it. And then he takes ads. He's going to be tough on China. This guy They looted him and Obama. And in all fairness, not just the 8 years. This has gone on for 25, 30 years. Probably the biggest reason I decided to run and give up one of the greatest lives anyone's ever had for this. For this. But you know why I like it? Because we have done more in the first 3.5 years than any administration in the history of the country. And I say that, and these fake news people don't even question it. There's nobody done what we've done. Between our military, between our trade, between our energy independence, between all of the things, we could go on forever. But Biden vowed to remove those tariffs. He wants to remove the tariffs. You know, when I made the deal with China, I said I have to leave the tariffs on. They said, you got to be kidding. They wanted one thing, the removal of the tariffs, and I wouldn't do it. We wouldn't do it. I said no. But Biden said the other day he wants to take he doesn't know what a tariff is, first of all. Sleepy Joe would like to remove the tariffs off China. They're paying billions of dollars a year. Could we take them off? Absolutely. What are they exactly? But it wouldn't even happen that way. The radical left, which likes China, the radical left would walk into his office, and here's your bill, right? It's supposed to be a speech. I haven't exactly used it too much today. And it'd say, here, President, sign this. Oh, okay. Do you have a pen? Okay, what was that? That's a deal with China. Don't worry about it. That's what would happen. But